Global energy markets are facing a crisis. The Strait of Hormuz, a vital route for oil and gas, is effectively shut. This situation arises from the escalating conflict in the Middle East, impacting energy prices worldwide. Tensions between Iran, the United States, and Israel have surged. Attacks on shipping and energy infrastructure have increased. Iran has warned that not a liter of oil will pass through the strait, causing shipping traffic to plummet. Insurers have withdrawn coverage for war risks, leading oil tankers to avoid the area. For example, ports like Fujairah have suspended loading operations after drone attacks. This crisis has led to significant production cutbacks. The Abu Dhabi National Oil Company has reduced output by over 50%. Estimates suggest production cuts across the Gulf reach 7 to 10 million barrels per day. This amounts to 7 to 10% of global demand, marking the most significant disruption to oil markets in decades. Energy markets have reacted dramatically. Brent crude prices surged beyond $100 per barrel, levels unseen since 2022. Some prices peaked at near $126 per barrel during the height of the crisis. In Europe, natural gas prices spiked almost 90% as LNG exports were halted. These changes reflect fears of reduced supply, as traders react to the potential loss of a fifth of global supply. Governments are racing to respond with strategic reserves. The International Energy Agency plans to release a record 400 million barrels of emergency oil reserves. However, analysts caution this may provide limited relief if the strait remains closed, since crude flows through Hormuz are much larger than this release. Financial markets are also feeling the impact. Global GDP growth is expected to slow. Analysts predict inflation could rise by 0.5 to 0.6 percentage points due to increased oil prices. This shock is concentrated in energy markets, but its effects remain serious. The conflict has wider geopolitical implications. Iran's attacks threaten both shipping and civilian targets in the region. Political leaders are calling for allied nations to secure maritime corridors, but major commitments are lacking. Critics argue that rising energy prices may benefit certain governments and producers while threatening global economic stability. Consumers are already experiencing the effects of rising prices. Fuel costs are climbing at the pump in many nations. Airlines and shipping companies face soaring fuel expenses. Energy-intensive industries brace for increased input costs. Countries that heavily rely on Middle Eastern supplies, especially in Asia and Europe, are under acute pressure. The future depends on whether the Strait of Hormuz can reopen. If tensions ease, markets may stabilize. However, prolonged disruption could transform global energy trade patterns. This could lead to rerouted exports, intensified competition for LNG, and greater volatility in oil prices. This crisis is shaping up to be a pivotal moment in the history of the global energy market. Stay informed and take action to understand how this crisis may affect you.